Alright, we're going to begin part 2 here. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill in the remaining colors. We're going to resize these a little bit, fill in the remaining color, and then we're going to add our text. Alright? And so now and then we're also going to be sending these to the back so that they're behind these lines. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is, now that we have these three shapes already in here, what we're going to do is copy them and paste them, and then just change the color. Alright? So let's go ahead and select this. Let's go ahead and we're going to select. We're going to what I'm going to do is you can hold down the Command key and then the C key and copy and then you, do a paste with the Command and V key. But why don't I just go ahead and select here? We're going to do a copy and paste, and you can see which selection I've already got. Now it didn't select the whole thing there. That's actually a good mistake. What happens if that happens? Well, delete it. Let's get rid of it. And we're going to select this. We're going to put the transform tool around it, and now we're going to make a copy and a paste, and it should paste the whole object. Now notice this object is supposed to fit right here. Well, how do we flip it over so that it fits in this bottom part? Well, we're going to go to our object, transform, and reflect, and I'm going to go ahead and do a horizontal reflect, and it flips it over. Alright, now I can take this and place it right in here, and you'll notice that it's pretty close to being centered. If it's not centered, you can simply move it over a little bit. We can move those little anchor points as we need to. And I'm going to do the same thing with this selection right here. We're going to select it, free transform, object, transform, and then reflect. We're going to, it's already selected from the last one we did, horizontal, and then OK. And now we can select that and drag it right down here. And, oh, I didn't copy it. That's a good mistake to see. Let's edit, undo that. And let's do another undo. And let's do a copy in the edit and a paste. There we go. And now we're going to take this and do our object transform, reflect, and horizontal, and OK. And now we can place this right here. Okay, and if it doesn't fit perfect, no panicking. We're going to fix that. Okay. And last but not least, let's go ahead and select our red. We're going to go object or edit, copy, object, transform, reflect, and OK. And it did not copy. Let's undo. That's OK. Let's go edit. Now I've got to select my transform there. I'm trying to go too fast, so select transform, edit, and copy, edit, and paste. And now we can use our object, transform, and reflect. And it's already selected horizontal, and there we go. And that's a good mistake to see. I don't think sometimes people think that teachers are perfect, and we're not. We make mistakes like everybody else, and I'm trying to go faster to do this lesson for you, and it's simply just going a little too fast. Now I'm going to select these for their individual colors. Now the one on the bottom is going to be purple, so I'm just going to select purple here, and there we go. I'm going to select the next one, and I'm going to make it, which color should I make it? Blue. And that's too dark of a blue. Let's make it a medium blue. And we'll make this one green. Nice medium green. Maybe even a more of a middle green. There we go. And now we've got it. Now what I'm going to do is send these to the back behind these lines. And then we'll know if we need to make any major adjustments with these anchor points. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to go with our arrange. And I'm going to send each one to the back. So let's start at the top. Object, arrange, send to back, select, object, arrange, send to back, object, arrange, oh, I'm already to the back. Let's select it, object, arrange, send all the way to the back, select. There is an easier way to do this. I just want to show you the step-by-step method. Sometimes people get lost when I use the quick steps or the quick keys, and so this way you get to see a nice repetition here of steps. Oh, forgot to select. Let's select that, and object, arrange, and send to back. Now, you can see that there's a couple places here that don't line up particularly well, and that's what you need to fix. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in, and I'm going to take my anchor points. I'm going to select this object, deselect, and reselect. I'm going to move these out just a little bit, and if I need to, I can fix my curve a little bit here to hide behind this black line. And let's take this one, and we're going to even that out, hide them behind there, and there you go. And that's all we're going to do here. Now, I can also even these out a little bit by putting my transform tool here and bring this up just a little bit to even these out. And then we can take our direct selection tool and move these back into position here. Very simple. Alright, and we'll do the same thing here. We're actually going to take a little bit away here. Let's move it up a little bit, see what we can see, and see how far we need to move that. And you can also see that this other line was not very straight, so let's go ahead and move this other line up, and that's not what I want to do. I'm going to actually undo that, and we're going to select here. Oh, it's still not letting me do what I want to do. So let's edit, undo, and now I'm going to select this one more time, and I'm going to actually drag this over just a bit and fix it this way. And as you can see, I'm just moving these little handlebars so that they're nice and straight into position. Trying to keep everything as straight as possible. And it does take a little work. It's not going to be easy. And that's all we need to do. There you go. We've evened those out. Okay. Now what we're going to do is do the same thing here. Is make sure that all of these line up properly. And hide behind the black lines properly, and then we can move these other ones back into position. And there you go, we're all set to go. Now we can go ahead with part 3, and we can zoom out, Command minus, look at our work. Again, I hope that this was useful for you. This is part 2. We're going to go to part 3 now and finish with our text. Okay, so watch part 3. And hopefully you were very successful at this.